I am here to win titles, I'm here to win games, and as a result to win titles. This is what I demand of myself, so why should we now say anything different, that we want to win in 5 years or in 2 years or in 3 years? I don't know what's then. Now is the time.
I didn't say that our target is top 4. The club never said me that the target is top 4. When I signed here and I joined this club, the target was in 2 years play Champions League, not in 1 year. So this is the reason why I said many times that we are ahead of our expectation. Nottingham Forest, they are doing fantastic, brilliant, very good. So congratulations to them, and then we see how we finish.
The season is growing increasingly frustrating, taxing, just stressful. From left, right, center, up, down, you fucking name it. It's just gone from outrageously optimistic because of the start of the season that we had to now we are once again being told to lower our expectations, to reevaluate our expectations, to understand that this is a process and that this is going to take longer than just a season, even though not long ago we were title contenders. And I'm still bewildered. I'm still bemused. I'm still confused as to how we have dropped so dramatically in quality. And you can complain about your injuries and using that as an excuse. And Jackson, who doesn't score anyway, so doesn't really matter if he's here or not. Mark Guiu, another player who could have come in and made the difference, is injured again. And now we're left with Nkunku, who is not a striker. Or, better yet, in the press conference today, he said that, you know, it might not be Nkunku, it might be Neto, it could be Noni Madueke, it could be Jadon Sancho, and all these other names. And you just think, Jesus Christ, it just can't seem to find anything to solve the problem that is so obvious. That is, no one has a fucking clue what they're doing. No one knows what they're doing. The players don't know what they're being asked to do. Maresca is just a complete defeatist and is ultimately looking for excuses at this point already. Look at I put the Thomas Tuchel segment and then him. And it's just so night and day as to like the mentalities of the two managers. And I know people will be like, just get over Tuchel at this point, but I'm using him as an example of what it is to be and what it should be to be a manager of Chelsea Football Club. None of this wishy-washy fucking bullshit of, well, you know, they did actually, just to clarify, you know, they did say that it was a 2-year Fuck that bollocks. We were so competitive at the start of the season, and albeit, yes, of course, the Chelsea fans, we knew the deal. We knew the situation. All these other fan bases trying to tell us that we are being, you know, coy about the situation, that we are the ones that are trying to prevent the idea of us bottling the season. We knew we weren't going to see this through. But you can't have the quality that we had, the consistency that we had, and then the first real hurdle whereby it seemed that Everton had sussed us out. Ever since then, it has been downhill. And we've had our humps, we've had our hurdles, we've had our, you know, ups and downs, but we've somehow managed to stay within touching distance of, you know, the top 3. But it's this mentality that he's come out with today that makes me believe he's just openly admitted that he is fully aware, fully prepared for the inevitable, and that is for us to spiral completely out of control. This whole thing of, and I'm not just blaming Maresca, it's obviously the ones higher up, as well as him, who the ones above him have cast this poor mentality on him, because when he first joined, I have these memories of him being like, we're going to fucking win stuff. You know, and it was like going into the press conferences, happy. And I know this is quite common for managers of Chelsea at the beginning, is that they're quite chummy with the media and all that sort of stuff. Mourinho, Tuchel, Pochettino even, of course, he is the media darling whenever he's in the Premier League. But Maresca, there was a bit of a something different about him. And now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it seems like out of nowhere. It's not out of nowhere. This was a long time coming, but he sounds defeated. He sounds completely and utterly defeated. This season, it's done. The 2 domestic titles gone. He's coming out saying that there's positives to take from it and that we can focus on the league. But now he's also saying that we can't expect to be finishing in the top 4. No. But Nottingham Forest, what a story. What performance is there? Fucking Nottingham fucking Forest. I don't give a bollocks about how good they're being right now. Do you not understand that sentence? Do you not understand the magnitude of what he's saying there is... I mean, congratulations to Nottingham Forest, but we've got our own issues that we need to be focusing on, and, you know, they're pretty much a guarantee for top 3. But don't expect top 4. That's asking a bit too much now, especially, I know you saw what we were capable of at the beginning of the season, but now, just don't get your expectations. Don't you be cheeky now. Don't you get your hopes up too much, Chelsea fans, thinking that we could actually rise from the ashes and actually be a good team again. No, we're a bag of bones again. Once again, we are a bag of shit. And as such, you should expect nothing less than bog standard behavior from this team. Now, of course, coming into this game, we're playing a team that we played not even a week ago that absolutely shagged us out of the FA Cup. And we're now revisiting the Amex in hopes of doing anything but what we did the other day. There's speculation, of course, surrounding Reece James, who allegedly was kept out of the squad because it's the FA Cup and not because he's injured or he's picked up a knock. But he is 100% fit, apparently, and he will be back. In fact, I don't even know if they've said that, to be honest with you. There's just a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of wishy-washy shit that's surrounding the club again at the moment. When you know, we're running out of chips and, you know, things start getting tough. At the beginning of the season, you had the sporting directors, you had everyone saying that, you know, Champions League is the goal. Champions League is without a doubt the goal, the ambition. That's what Chelsea should be doing. That's what we should be facing. It's what we should be aiming for. But no. Now we've got Maresca coming out saying that top 4 was never the ambition this season. That's next season. Don't forget. It's a 2-season season. Whatever the fuck that means. I couldn't even give a bollocks about this game. We're going to lose. We are going to lose. There is not a shadow of a doubt. Who's going to score? And I know your answer to that question with Will Jackson never scored to begin with. So, you know, it's not like we're missing him, who's out for 6 to 8 fucking weeks. We beat them 4-2 earlier on this season. A Cole Palmer 4-goal thriller from him. What can we expect? Except the unexpected? Or is it the ultimately predictable Chelsea that was what we are used to now over the last few years? We're just descending. We're descending into just such mediocre shit. And the longer this goes on, it will become the norm. So this whole thing of lowering expectations, our expectations are fucking so low at the moment. I don't know what they want from us when they say your expectations need to be lowered. You're the one that's got us in top 4, you cunt. What are you talking about? How? Why? He also said, you look over the last 2 years, we've been in top 4 for quite some time and, doing really well. But don't expect to finish there. Lower your expectations, for Christ's sake. I haven't got a fucking clue what he's going to put out as our starting 11. Jorgensen's now our number 1. About, I don't know, a year late. Sanchez has been dropped a year late. And it's now that we're in the gutters and that we are ultimately, just destined to dwindle and lower ourselves down the table. With Man City and Newcastle breathing down our neck, a loss against Brighton would spell disaster. It really would. Because, and I tell you this for why, you go to the, let's go to the games this weekend, shall we? It's the 15th. Who have Man City got? Man City at home. Fucking hell. Home to Newcastle. So, we might be all right. But either way, Bournemouth, they're 3 points behind us. Villa, they've got acquisitions out the wazoo at the moment as well. I just don't know what's happened. I really don't know what's happened. I look like fucking death. I feel like it whenever I think about football. It's just a fucking joke. It really is. We're being constantly told how to feel all the time. And if you feel the opposite, you're a bad fan. You're a bad supporter. And I'm just so bored of it. I'm just so fucking bored of it. Predictions for the game. I do genuinely think we're going to lose again. I genuinely think, and I think it could actually be quite embarrassing. I'm going to go with 3-1 Brighton. I just can't see a way in which we win this game. They will absolutely have, emotions high, but also they will be having the positive effects of the win the other day. Many people will be like, well, if we lost the FA Cup, if we won, we would have played Newcastle and then we would have been out anyway. And, I would rather have lost the FA Cup and beaten the Premier League. That's bold of you to assume that we might actually win this game because we're not going to fucking do it. I'll tell you that for free. Starting 11, who's going to start up top? Who fucking knows? I haven't got a clue. Is it Nkunku who's going to do fuck all? Is it going to be a player who isn't a striker because we don't have one? Madueke, great. That's fucking going to be great, isn't it? Palmer, let's just get him out the game altogether by putting him up top because that's worked in the past for sure. Neto, all 4'5" of him is going to be brilliant, especially in those aerial duels and whatnot. I don't know. Just put Sanchez up there, fucking 6'5" or 6'7", whatever he is. He'd probably be better up top than he would be in fucking goal. I can't be asked. Let me know your predictions in the comments down below. Fucking 3-1.